Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today we're taking a first impressions look at Reus. This is a game about somewhat controlling nature and creating a planet, where we have command over all of the forces of nature except mankind. In this game, the forces of nature also include 4 giants apparently, which is how we terraform our planet. Alright, so let's see here, we're just going to go with beginning first, and we'll try to figure things out. So we're starting with a dead, empty world. And we're tasked with giving it life. Alright, so we zoom into the actual crust of the planet. We don't have to worry about the center. You can spin it around. Alright, so we control the planet itself, and then the giants are kind of the instrument of our will. So basically, our goal is just to bring life to this world. Alright, so we just gotta bring these two together. Can they combine their powers? By our powers combined? And these giants apparently have the power to terraform our surface. Alright, so let's... Creating an ocean on a village will destroy it. Alright, so this takes up multiple blocks. Let's just pop it down here, see what happens. After all, oceans are the beginning of life, so without that we're not going to go anywhere. Oh, are we rising another giant? Alright, so we can switch between these with our number keys, which is a lot handier than having to actually click on them. Alright, so we can make a forest, which has to be close enough to an ocean to get water. So let's just pop it down here. Oh, and our giants are leveling up, it seems. Raise a mountain on dry wasteland to create a desert. I was going to say, how does a mountain create desert? But I guess it just blocks rainfall. Let's put a desert over here. So we have forests now, but we don't actually have any living things other than that. Just lots of trees. Alright, so now we just gotta make more life. Experiment for different effects. I'm guessing we can create certain things by putting things near each other. Like, what if I overlap an ocean here with forest? Can we create swamps that way? Alright, while you're doing that, let's get all of our giants going at once. Can I check the actual space that the ocean's going? Okay, it goes to about there. Create a forest here. It looks like it just took a chunk out of the forest. It didn't actually create a specific new biome. Can I fast forward time? Because I have a feeling that it might take a while for these giants to get where they're going. Especially if the planets get bigger in size as we go. Alright. We've made enough progress. Alright, so I guess we finished phase 1. And then I guess we just went back to sleep and let our world develop at its own pace. But I'm pressing. Oh, that's because it was paused. You recall a time when you used your giants to create oceans and forests. So did everything die? Alright, so we only need to make a thing of 10 patches. We can't even make a forest until the ocean is popped up. The ocean has come up as nothing but a wasteland. That's problematic. I'm guessing once we try this again and it fails, we're gonna actually get, you know, the tools to do what we need to do. Is this just gonna turn into a wasteland as well? No, it worked that time. I wonder why that ocean turned into a desert of all things. Let's see what else we can make. Domestic animals. Growth aspect. Herd aspect. Crystal aspect. Aurora and Monsoon. Alright, Forest Giant's actually got his second ability now. Suddenly village. Alright, so we get a nice little peaceful village that is afraid of the gigantic monstrosities roaming the earth. Village. Okay, so that's just this whole thing. So basically, they'll take whatever resources you put within their boundaries. And our abilities do have a cooldown. Except for the signature abilities. Alright, we are feeding the people who have randomly appeared from nowhere. And then we just bust in here with our ocean giant and create an ocean under this village. Alright, so once this hits 10, we can actually progress. Come on, villagers. Start using more food. One more. Come on, aren't you bastards hungry? Takes a lot of energy to spring up into existence from nothingness. Project patch. This thing? Specialization requires da. Alright, what can you do, Ocean Giant? So we can pop down some domestic animals within their boundaries. Seems kind of weird that the ocean thing can create domestic animals. Voila! Magic cows. Though I don't actually see the animals that we have placed down. Click on the animals to view their range. Is that a chicken? I think that's a chicken. So everything has a symbiosis, so things work better together with other things. Simple enough. Let's put down some more chickens over here. Now the boundaries do expand, so now we can put chickens or blueberries here to symbiosis with these chickens. Switch back to Forest Man. The humans are pleased. Okay. This little man is going to ride around on our giant creations. Finally, the rock giant has got his sleepy ass out of bed. Alright, rock giant, pick up the dude. Now he's just gonna stand up there until he dies. Which gives them new abilities somehow. And let me guess, minerals. Alright, so we want to put these somewhere where there isn't something already. But it doesn't look like there's anywhere in the village we can do this. I guess we'll put it here. It affects the chickens, but they already have another blueberry patch, so they should be fine. Alright, so now we gotta pop down a desert. I really hope that a fast forward button comes up at some point, because that'd be really useful for, again, having to travel long distances. And really any game like this, any sort of sim god game type thing, should have a fast forward button, just because it's convenient. Just short. Alright, so we may have created too much desert. And I'm guessing if we put down an ocean next to the desert, it'll just turn into a forest. But what if we put an ocean beside a mountain? Probably nothing. So I figured there's probably not enough room here now that I put that in the middle. Oh, no, never mind. Well, these guys are gonna fucking go to war with these guys. Especially considering the domestic animals are not anywhere near them. Alright, what are you building? A shrine. Needs more wealth and more food. Alright, so they need wealth and they need animals. So let's pop down a mineral here. Some animals here. Alright, so what do these need to be activated? It's next to stone, and more if it's next to more wealth. But we can't fit a second quartz. There's not enough space. Alright, so if we put more quartz next to this, it will increase their food production, but again, we don't have space for that. I was kind of hoping these guys would pop up in here so we'd have more space to build, because as it is, we're kind of going to run out of space. Oh, or, okay. It did it on its own. What happens if I put a fruit plant down in the desert? We create withered shrubs. So that symbiosis is with this. Which creates Natura, a resource that we don't actually have a use for yet. So we can transmute various materials into other materials, but not yet. Alright, so we finished the second era, which allows us to make tomatoes from now on, which are a transmutation of other things. And then we just left them to their own devices to see if they all died. They all died. They're all hiding underground after something happened. Ooh. Swamp giant. We need a swamp of 15 patches, which we're gonna need an ocean, I'm guessing. Because it says we can turn wet wasteland into a swamp. That looks like some fairly wet wasteland. And thus the mosquito was created. Oh, that's quick. Now we can create herbs. Which we could eventually turn into tomatoes. And if we build minerals next to it, we will get more technology. And then growth aspects will upgrade whatever we put down, I guess. So we can make mega chickens or something. See what these peppermint turn into. Well, I guess they just turn into super peppermint. And now we can transform them into tomatoes. Does none of this cost anything, though? Like, our resources seem to only use up a cooldown timer, but we do have this ability meter that hasn't really come up. So basically we can fuck around with stuff to kind of create new plants and animals and whatnot by combining our powers as we get more of them. Alright, so they want this to be done in a hurry. Oh, they're making demands of the fucking giants. You know I can just drop an ocean on your village, right? Don't start that shit with me. Time. Where is the time? I don't see a time. Oh, there it is. A little tiny time limit. We have 14 minutes to make it happen. Alright, so what's the tomatoes' symbiosis? So it creates technology as well as food. Alright, so let's put down some more herbs. I don't think we can queue up multiple abilities. And we can't do anything else right now, so let's switch back to you. Let's put down some swamp animals and see what happens. What do we get? Frogs. If it's next to elderberries, we get more food, but of course we can't make elderberries yet. I believe that was one of the available transmutations for the herbs. Oh, never mind. Actually, I think that was one of the things we could transmute into tomatoes, but we can't actually make them yet. Alright, so nothing doing there. Upgraded this. Now let's turn it into tomatoes. And let's go back to Swamp Giant, upgrade the frogs into Mega Frogs. Until we get like an Australia cane toad problem. I wonder what happens if we put animals in the ocean. Can we make fish? It'd be great if it just created some domestic animals and they immediately drown. Alright, so we made some mackerel. But this doesn't do much for us because... I was gonna say because we don't actually have an ocean-faring village. Okay, so if we have a swamp ambassador, we can make herd aspect. Or we could make toxic aspect. Let's try toxic, I guess. I guess it doesn't specify which one we need to make. Alright, so there actually is a reason to make these people happy, which is to give us more abilities. I do kind of like these strategy games where you can't actually directly control the NPCs, but instead kind of alter the world around them and let them react to it. It's like The Sims if you play The Sims without ever controlling your Sims. It's also a lot like Majesty, an old strategy game that's really neat for the same reasons. Actually, I might take a look at that at some time. In order for a new village to settle, you must fill the prosperity bar. Alright, so the world has to be more prosperous before we can spread humanity. Oh, are we getting another giant? Is the rock giant getting up again? Oh no, it's the tree giant. Alright, so now we have seen all 4 giants. The Steam description even says that there are only the 4. Alright, so we just need to make the world richer. Ooh, leaf aspect. Alright, so adding an aspect to it just changes what we can turn it into. This village specialization is... I'm not actually sure. I guess it would just be tomatoes, so we should just keep building tomatoes forever. Sprinkle some magic dust on there, and suddenly tomatoes. Nope, no, wait, stop, giant. Oh, did that not work? I figured that would have wiped out the boundaries, but I guess can't do that. So that's good. Let's see. Go back to you. You just sneeze. And pop these down on these herbs. I also want the water giant to make another swamp like over here. Or another ocean rather, so we can make more swamp. And then kind of expand further. This will just be the swamp planet. We're creating Dagobah here. Alright, prosperity is going up. Those toxic plants. Oh, we didn't actually make them because we picked the wrong square. Peppermint. Alright, so we can't do anything about that. But what if we give these a leaf? Oh, we can't. They're not tree-y enough. Alright, so let's put a toxic aspect on these. Oh, can we not change this now? Alright, I think I fucked that up. Go make yourself a useful forest giant. Go make another forest over yonder. Now the world is our swampy oyster. I guess we are the world, but still, you know what I mean. We being the humans here, not the world. Alright, we almost have our goal. Yeah, music's getting cheery. The swamp is getting foggy. Alright, well I guess, well we can't make these into tomatoes now, I fucked it up. Can we transmute these frogs? Lesser herd aspect or a lesser predator aspect? We don't have either of those. What about the mackerel? Predator or exotic? Well, we can't do those either. What do we need for exotic? Doesn't actually say. Presumably that one will just pop up eventually, probably after we fill this out. I mean, we kind of already filled these boundaries. Wait, where is the other boundary for this? Just the edge of the ocean here. Oh, there's the buoy. I didn't even see it because it was so tiny. So we could actually build something on the edge there. Let's try a fruit plant in the swamp. And what if I put herbs over here? We're just trying out a few new things here. Okay, there's some elderberries. Now we got some symbiosis going on. Nomad is about to spawn. So is this how we make new civilizations? I believe I already did that. Alright, so let's make some exotic ass animals. What is this made? Dandelions, which we can turn into strawberries or nightshade. We created stoats. I don't actually know what a stoat is. I believe it's some sort of mustelid. Some sort of, you know, ferret type creature. And here comes a nomad. Mineral within range. Alright, so our world is just growing and growing. Oh, we got a rumblies and our earth tumblies. Ah, the mountain giant, always so slow. And stoats need minerals. Where did the stoats even go? Did the village kill them? Did the village build on top of them? Yes, they appear to have. Alright. Stoat there, and mineral there. Man, it's just making us make everything. Alright, let's put down some food. Yeah, I already knew this. I do believe we just tried this over there with the other ones. Then we transmute these into strawberries. And then their project is another shrine, which wants the same thing. Ah, damn it. I mixed up the growth aspect with the leaf aspect. So we can just fucking throw swamps at the village now. So we have combat abilities now, but we don't have anything to combat with it. What can we turn these stoats into? Foxes. Yeah, we don't have the exotic aspect, we just have exotic animals. Apparently that's a rock giant thing. So what do we need to do with this? More wealth, more food, etc., etc. Which means we should probably transmute the area here Where'd the ocean giant go? Oh, right. I told him to make an ocean a long time ago. So the stoats are no good without the boundaries going past here. Actually, maybe it still affects it. It still gets the bonus even though the villagers can't mine these agates. Well, time really flies when you're terraforming a planet. I think this is a pretty good look at Reus. It's a pretty neat game. I mean, most games are just strategy games where you control the humans. It's nice to control kind of the world instead and see how they react to it. You're basically trying to nurture along the human race, but of course, eventually, they're going to get greedy. You can already see this village is getting greedy, which will presumably cause them to attack our giants at some point, as we saw in that little intro cutscene, and then we could fight back, you know, muck bomb this village into non-existence. Your gods are displeased. Oh no! We're covered in infested acid. They seem unhappy to be on fire. Anyhow, I think this is a pretty good look at Reus, and I've been Shadefire, and I'll see you all some other planet, some other terraformed time. See ya, folks. Oh, also, this is available on Steam if you're interested, about $10. So yeah, look into it if you're into god games of this sort.